Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We have Finland. We're going for Crossing the Finnish Line. We have to make a continuous line down to the Cape. We are in a bit of a precarious situation. The Ottomans are in a coalition against us, which is them and a bunch of nobodies, but it's still them. They're very close to not having enough AE to join a coalition. That does not mean they're going to leave the coalition next year, though. Once they're below 50, they can start leaving, but we have improved with a bunch of other people in the coalition. Did we do all of them? Maybe not. Timmy, I think we did Trans. Oh yeah, Transo, well, quote-unquote likes us. Oh man, I want the big back button from Victoria 3. Then I could just go back to the previous screen. You know, crazy idea. Rather than doing what I'm doing right now. So no, we have improved with... Oh, wait, Timmy? No, didn't do Timmy. I'm going to do Timmy. It's not going to help, probably. But I want to use all the options that we have. How do these guys feel about their power level? 58. It has nothing to do with their power level, by the way. 40. So Timmy could actually drop out. If they... well, they could. Coruscant is not in. Should try to keep it that way, I guess. And Baluchistan is at 44. They could also drop out. So we may look into some other things. So the thing that's really making this tense is not the Ottoman, although that is making it tense. Don't get me wrong. Oi. But what's really making it tense is that we have no truce to the Russian anymore. And oh, this is going much better for the Japanese than I thought. How is that possible? I mean, they had more people, but they have garbage technology. But their discipline is much better. How's your... What happened to the Russian discipline? 1.5 from tech. Oh, there's a plus 21 from something. That's nice. Probably still gonna lose here with those rolls. But I mean, maybe. Oh, 9. Close one. Lose 10 Diplo or can have an absent merchant. It's fine. Come on, guys. Oh, the Japanese are done. It's very close, but they're done. 14,000, 15,000 dead Russians to about the same amount of Japanese. Not too bad. Generate some war score, of course, and the Japanese are out of this area, but there's so many Russian troops here now that they're actually probably happy to run home. And then maybe they can focus on fudging with the Koreans over here. And maybe take back the war goal. I'm saying it's not possible to be good. There's potentially good in their defeat. Speaking of potentially good, what do we do with our money? I always like having more money. Wow. What? This must be sorted incorrectly. It is. Like, that can't be the best ones. Yeah, I mean, these are options. You are fine. We did invest a lot into fort infrastructure. So I'm kinda driven to investing more into money again. Okay, we did marry. Oh, we got an heir. What should we call our child? What do you think? So it's a garbage kid. And we're very young. Thing is, we have 50% fertility reduction. Do we still try and defenestrate that kid? Kinda tempted. I don't like losing... No. We're getting tons of improved relations right now from our prestige. If we drop 50 prestige right now, it's kind of bad. No, monarch points are not that important anymore. At least monarch points. because we can compensate a lot of that with the money. So I think it's actually correct. Ah, fudge. Well, there you have it. The Japanese pieced out. Nifk will cede Miyu and goes into Russia. Japan will cede. Oh, you didn't need to give up yet, Japan. Okay, now we're in trouble. Well, we're in a pickle. We're at a point where people could leave the coalition. Russia next, Ottomans next year. The other people partially now. But we're also in a spot where we could get attacked by Ottomans or Russia at any time, and they would call in the other. And it's now too late to do the threatened war shenanigans that we were thinking about. Because, I mean, I still can't, because I'm at war. But now they would say, well, we have so many people on our side because they count the whole coalition. And they'll say no to threatened war. Ooh. Don't like that mill cap again. It's January. Do I just take tech? Let's just take tech. Could be butted right now. Take the improved relations. I still could do something for us. Upgrade our cannons, is it? And our cav? There goes the Austrian. Oh, it doesn't end. It's just Lusatia getting pieced out. Come on, people. I need you to leave that coalition now. Ideally. Thank you. Thank you, Mara. I mean, not that Mara matters here. Mm. But I do believe every little thing matters that might increase somebody else's chance to leave the coalition. And every person that leaves then makes it less interesting for the others to be in it until maybe they're not. And that would be... the not part would be ideal. Would like the not, especially on the Ottomans. Are we scary enough? Do we look scary enough? Let's have a look. If I were to do this, which is not the same as the coalition attacking, but it's very, very similar. It's actually very close to the coalition attacking, frankly. It's there. Ooh. These numbers do not look good. Twice the infantry, a million times the cav, and, well, but that doesn't account for my allies. If it was this, yeah, it's actually better. And I think Bahmanis in Japan would come in to defend me, even if they wouldn't join an attack move. So we might actually be looking scary enough, but people don't do it. Doesn't help that they're both rival to me. There's the end of the war, good. Cease their course in Brünn. Form a union. Emperor for both nations. 0 favors, because we did nothing. I understand. I don't like, but I do understand. It does make Austria more powerful. Also, we don't need any favors, right? No, you're not gonna get my ducats. You love me enough, I don't need to give you ducats. More powerful Australia, yes, Austria becomes here. The more scary we look, and the more help, of course, they're gonna be in a war. So it's still kind of good for me. Come home from Timmy, who doesn't hate me now. Could do something like Great Power influence them. You should be low on AE. You are low on AE. You can leave. You could just leave, Timmy. What did I want to do with another free diplomat? I had a plan. Do I want to buy Austrian Trust? Or did I already buy Austrian Trust? I can buy soldiers again, which we don't need. Can buy some trust. Let's do that. Pope man. I mean, they love me. They could love me more. Now that we have so many diplomats, I don't think there's a good reason not to keep Pope man loving me. We should probably just go and automate some of our diplomats. I think can do outraged countries. It's gonna go to like the Ottomans or something. It's not gonna do much, but eventually it might. It didn't choose. It chose Mamluks and Isfahan, which I guess is good. Okay, do we go for absolute government, or is there any reason to do anything else? No, 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 no. I think it has to be. The absolutism. Yeah. Start getting that up. It's just a really good start. I know I keep going for it. There are other ways to run your country, but I really like having a lot of absolutism. Lose one innovativeness. I mean, I don't want to, but also we're quite innovative. So it's not that bad. National unrest +2. Do we have any rebel issues? None. It's just a piece of paper. Also, I don't like suppressing the press. Suppress. Oh, so funny. All right. Come on, Mr. O. New year, you can leave the coalition. I guess we go... We like burger influence being low. It is kind of low already, but still, I think we do this. The only reason... And there might be mean events for the clergy and the nobility having high influence too, but there's the social mobility event. It's just painful. Crown will further the interest of the Armfeld faction in the realm. Family. Anything for the Empress. Also, the favor is just they gain 10 influence. Yeah, fine. We just removed all the influence. Oh no, we removed somebody else's influence. Anyway, they don't have any influence. It's fine. Military access from somebody. I'm not seeing Russian Ottoman troops at my border just yet. Knock on wood. Metaphorically. Gee whiz! You're just going ham. For a diplomatic insult, Casus Belli. Yeah, I'll join you. I'm not gonna help you, but I'll join you. All I want to see is for this coalition to stop being a thing. So we can finally start doing stuff again. Oh, that's a lot of people. Oi, Austria. This is not what we agreed upon. I'm being besieged. Where's my edict? Defensive edict. Defend Hamburg with your life. Also, please bring me some Austrian troops. I don't have anybody there to actually defend Hamburg. Ooh, speaking of defending things, are you still privateering the Baltic Sea? You are, even though you're terribly inefficient. Okay, I'll keep hunting you then. Fine. Be that way. Be that way. Medium. Kinda medium. Just spend some of my money at least. Back to Hamburg. Yeah. Disappointed! Oh, you broke the walls already? Oi, Austria. Gonna need some troops up here. Stat. I'm not gonna send anybody from... What's this? Is that already Afghanistan? Iraq? No. It's like Iraq, right? Is it? Is it? Somewhere in Persia. I'm not going to send them in, anyway. I'm going to send them north. Just to defend Denmark, of all places. I mean, the Bavarians are getting crunched here. It's just that I don't like paying the price for it. We're already capping on mill again, even though we just took the tech. You guys must be kidding me. Or also Atman. Even though we took the tech ahead of time. Oh man. Columna, are you encouraging? You are. Click, click, click. Click, click. There. Again, and I keep saying this, it's not a bad thing to do a lot of development. More development is generally better, with exceptions. But it's annoying. So what do we do with this Pope mana? Mercantilism is the huge. Don't know that any of these others. Oh, we could actually sanction our dynasty. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. Proof relations modifier. Not usually what I spend my Pope mana on, but right now, I'm into it. Oh, in case you don't know, the reason I like proof relations is that also modifies all these up and down ticky. Well, the down ticky. No, the up ticky. Modifies all the up ticky modifiers. So not only if I were to send a guy to improve relations would it help, but it also makes it so that the extension ticks down faster. And it's up ticky because it's negative. You get me, right? You people get me. Somebody needs to get me. Please tell me you get me. Speaking of getting things, should we get some claims on somebody? We probably should. But on who? On whom? It's probably on whom. I guess maybe you and maybe you. People who are threatening my existence here. Okay, Russia is also starting to fall out of the AE range. So if we can weather this coalition somehow, we should see people dropping out like flies sometime soon. I hope. Ulm is out. And once we do... Oh good, they stopped sieging my Hamburg. Once we do, they can't get back in unless we generate more AE against them. And while we will generate a little more AE against the Ottoman, we should not generate high amounts of AE against Russia anymore, because we're not going to eat any Christians. So yes, once we eat Timmy and feed Hormuz and all that, the Ottomans are going to be a slight bit peeved again. But Russia should drop out of being a problem in that direction. So all we need to do, quote unquote, is weather the storm. Bavaria sees stuff to Salzburg, Austria is just going ham. But again, they're my friend right now. I like powerful friends. I do. Just wish I didn't have these enemies. Okay, still no visible troop amassments, sure, on my border, which I like. Just need you people to understand that I'm not actually dangerous. Mara understood. You too can understand. You too can be my friend. In the case of Timmy and Transo, not for long. But everybody else? Asterisk? What are we swinging on? Oh, Atman, of course. A horse, Columna, you have encouraged going, don't you? Clickety, clackety. Zickety, zackety. And Bezetsk? No encourage. Visiony, no. Now I could say that if the place is as cheap without encourage development, surely it's as good to put the points in there, and you wouldn't be utterly wrong. But the place could be even better for using for development with the edict on. So, assuming I'm too lazy to go ahead and turn on edicts, I should take places that already have it, assuming they're similarly priced. Because that still leaves me the option for later to use the valuable places. It's a funny way to micromanage my own laziness. It's a bit weird. Trade company unhappy. Why? Trade company annoyed. Local unrest and local trade power in Shushtar, which is a trade company that we don't super care about, but maybe a little. Although most money from Persia is not going to us. Oh, there's such long ways to go from here to me. So trade power, so renew the promise is fine. I think. Why would I? 3 unrest, 25 trade power. 10 unrest, 75 trade power. Why would I ever not do this? 33, 28. What? What's the promise even? Lack of support from Finland. Several years ago, they asked to have to expand their borders into neighboring provinces. Oh. Oh. So I actually clicked something in an event. Apparently. And they expect response. Right, that's when we got that claim in Hoyes. I should have read the event. Usually I don't need to. Usually everything that happens is in the thing, but sometimes it's not. And apparently this event annoyed people. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that. I'm gonna support them in other ways right now. I don't like it. I hate it. I should probably just gone for the unrest one way or the other. But this? No. Okay. Gotta pay attention. If you have trade companies and you get an event that gives you claims, check what's going on. What's going on here, Ottomans? Oh, you're just helping Ghazi with their rebels. You just gotta be mindful of troop concentrations on my border. They may or may not spell I don't want to say doom, but unfortunate things. Ryazan, Rostov. I had a plan. I had a claim on something earlier. Was it Rostov? Yeah, it's kind of medium. It's also in the state we don't care about unless we take this. Ryazan is the same though. It's also no center of trade. Really what I should be taking is like Tula. Because it's in my state. Let's just claim it. What's that? Iron. Iron is expensive these days. With all my copper going down the drain. Come on guys, surely. Surely by now you understand. Also, why are you at my border? Why are you here? What are you thinking, Mr. O? You're just moving, right? You're not planning anything. It would be a logistical nightmare if we have to fight the Russians and the Ottomans at the same time. I really don't want to micromanage that. You're idle. Nobody's outraged that could be talked into liking me more. Let's go and tell you to do... Keep not finding it. Allies? Because Bahmanis doesn't love me. They could. What's Hormuz doing these days? Did we put you up to... We did. Now... You have no liberty desire. You have plus 3, 5, 6, 27, 32, 33. So we have about 15 in the can. So they're actually at negative 15 or something. Because I want to force their religion. But I also don't want them to be rebellious. And I'm pretty sure if I foster the region, they get plus 100, right? Yeah. I think that could happen here, if I enforce religion now, is they could have their independence supported by, say, the Ottoman or the Russian. And then they declare some stupid independence war, which triggers the coalition. Oh, very nice. Russia's busy elsewhere. And that does... Oh, it's not a long war. It's not relevant, but still. I'd like them being busy in the east. It reduces the chance of them attacking us right now in the west. Yeah, you better run, Mr. O. Just tread carefully, be nice and friendly, and sooner or later they'll understand. Right? Bornholm? No. This could use an indicator. If they're gonna redo this interface in, say, EU5, not that I know that an EU5 is coming up, probably not, but if there was, what I would like here is a button to turn on the development edict in the state, and an indicator, well, and the same button could be an indicator of whether the edict is on or not. Yeah. That makes sense to me. That would be a nice user interface. I would dig it. You know what I would dig more? You know what I would dig more. I've been talking about it for ages now. But I would really dig if these people would leave the fricking coalition. Also, I need some place to dump a bit of stuff in. We can drop some mill as well, I guess. So might as well take a place in Orkney? No, let's not do Orkney. Attempt to do Bornholm. But it's coastline. Any of these not with a negative modifier? No. Well, if that's the case, we might as well take Bornholm. Because it's funny. It's a good reason, right? Take the state of Denmark, encourage development. And then click some mill in there first, because we want to spend less of it. And then do like this. Until mill is low enough. Oh, this is also low enough. I overdid it a little bit. I'm going to do another couple of clicks of admin there. We did too much, or I did too much development. I focused a little bit too much on the quote-unquote saving of mill. That I didn't pay attention to the increase in price. It's a complicated matter, especially if you're lazy. Come on, surely, guys, you don't even hate me that much anymore, do you? I mean, maybe a little bit. Can we send somebody else to go outrage people again? Oh, we have somebody doing outraged. Let's send somebody else. Just keep these guys topped up. Come on, 57. You love me. You basically love me. There's really no reason for you to still be in the coalition. See? See? And I would talk about my predictive abilities, but I just keep talking about them leaving the coalition all the time, and sometimes it actually happens. So, not as clairvoyant as I might seem. I already don't seem very clairvoyant, do I? Come on, more people. Follow the good example of Transo and leave the coalition. Thank you, Balochistan. Thank you, Timmy. So now the coalition is... It's gone. We're live. Never didn't have it. Wasn't afraid ever. Ooh. Okay, so that's great. So what's our next play? What we need is a line down to Hormuz. And we want to feed Mamluk in Arabia to Hormuz. Ideally, that's different wars. It is different wars. Ooh, how big? Oh, okay, that's way too big. It's huge! I thought maybe we could use the Hormuzian War to subjugate Kilwa, but that's not happening. If we had the line to transfer, or if we had this, if we did Timmy first, then we suddenly have range down here. We can maybe do some plays in the south. So we should probably look at getting Timmy first. Yeah, allied to Russia. Oh, Timmy's guaranteed. Whether that was that before? I feel like that was happening before. I think no, before they guaranteed a jam. Now they're guaranteeing Timmy. Come on, Russia. Why do you have to be this way? Could use that. Could use that to get into a Russian war. And get a long truce. But we don't need that, do we? No. No, we don't. I really do not want to fight that again. If I don't have to. How do we make that happen? Guarantees. Guarantees don't last forever, right? You're warning Min and Shun. Guaranteed Timmy and a jam, actually. Maybe they do last forever? Maybe they do last forever. That would mean we need Russia to be in a position where they don't join. Which is going to be difficult. Right? I think that's going to be difficult. I mean, they're deeply in debt, which makes them less likely to join. But they're still into it. Arrival to Commonwealth, Transo. The thing is, Timmy's in the way, right? We need Timmy. What if I threaten war against Timmy? Could I ever had a guy to do that? Just imagine. We knew what claims to fabricate on Russia, which we don't. Let's just do Ryzen. Let's come back home. It's hard to juggle 5 diplomats. It's so much capacity. I mean, it's hard to actually use them properly all the time. If I were to threaten war for Avaz, you'd say no. You do think that we are stronger than you are, which we are. But it's a valuable province, it's not my core. Because they're counting, the only reason they're willing to do this is because they're counting the Russians. So the alternative is this, maybe? Oh, we still have a truce. But doing the reconquest here for Qasim, Bayrami, and Masira. So the Ottomans don't take that from us. When does our truce end? Our truce ends in November 28. But this episode ends now, because we're over time again. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say, such as, what the frick am I gonna do? Do you just declare on Timmy? Do I wait for Russia to put themselves into a position? Do I really want to go fight Russia again? If so, could I ask friends to help? I'm interested. So, talk to me. And I will have time to catch up very, very soon. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you folks next time.